Right, so our next match day for these Evil Orcs, Evil Orc Empire, is playing against some Chaos with their big claws. And it's Megatron in red, sorry, yellow versus Megatron in purple. And we're playing against Will. We've played quite a few games. They've played quite a few games. Wow, that's a chosen blocker, isn't it? So they've got a chosen blocker and a beastman that are a bit dangerous. A mildly dangerous beastman blocker and a slightly dangerous to us chosen blocker. So there's 3 claws on this team. Very expensive. Why is this team so expensive? Don't know. Does seem expensive though. 15, 15, 14, 70. Beach says, good morning, Andy. Can I ask a quick question? Taking Underworld to a NAF tournament next weekend. I'm happy with my skill picks for most players. Jugs, Roger. Okay. I think when you're deciding what skill you want to take for the Gutter Runner, decide how you're going to use it. So, typically, the normal 2 you're choosing are, well, there's 3. There's 2 heads, block, and sidestep, which I think is what the 3 you've listed there. Are you one-turning with it, in which case sidestep, or maybe 2 heads? Are you going to be trying to aggressively use it, or do you just want the protection of block? So that, what do you want out of it first? And yeah, how are you planning on playing it? Do you feel the matchmaker has changed? I've stopped playing for 2 weeks and I started spinning into new teams with 15, 20 games. So Blitzen, they haven't fixed that problem yet. They've acknowledged that there is a problem, which is teams that have played of... It's basically, if you've played less than 10 games, you don't want to play anyone else with more than 10 games, irrespective of ranking. And if you've played between 10 and 20 games, you want to play that sort of window. And then when you've played more than 20 games, you probably need to suck it up. Probably. Now, there is conversations, as far as I'm aware, talking about this sort of stuff. But the lens that Cyanide want to look at it through is not the lens that some of the player base want to talk about it. It's tricky because there's so many opinions. I don't know how many people have what opinions. I can't say, oh, well, it's not the player base want that. Well, I don't know if they do or don't, right? What I do think is most people would agree that playing mismatched game numbers sucks. Just straight sucks. Oh, I could have done it. Definitely could have done it. Damn it, I was too busy talking. I don't even think we move. Yeah, I don't want to move. Good morning, Obnoxious Git. I don't... Their plan is to release crossplay next season. I think that they think that when crossplay comes in, they're not going to change the ladder loads next season because crossplay is coming in. I think that that's the exact time I would make quite serious changes to the ladder, because you've suddenly got a big bump in player base. You'll only get that bump in player base once, and if the player base that gets the bump go, this is still not working, then they won't stay. And they won't come back next season when you do make the changes. But again, I'm not in charge. Hello, John. Am I still better at Blood Bowl than a can of Spam? The Spam has done quite well recently, but I think overall, yes, I'm still destroying Spam. You could describe me as a Spam cannon, maybe.
Obnoxis_Git100. Andy Davo for Blood Bowl Commissioner.
A Spam cannon. Is Spam cannon, has it got some other rude connotation that I'm not aware of? Oh look, that's had an AV break. That's not good. It does now. Yeah. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Well, that Orc lineman's going to stand up. And that Orc lineman's going to go to market. Right, there we go. Let me get 2D on that bonus one, which is a bonus goat block. Who doesn't enjoy a good bonus goat? Get you off the floor. Let's not leave T-shapes that are manipulatable. Thought the term was spam javelin. Don't know. Thank you for the cheer, by the way, Obnoxious Kit. Thank you. I didn't realise that was one of his better players. I asked this actually in the last stream, but I'm going to ask it again, see if we can get some general threads, because I can then take them and talk to Cyanide about them. But if you could change the ladder and you could only change one thing, what would it be? And I'm going to ask you a follow-on question, and the follow-on question is, what one thing do you like about the ladder? Right, so there's the two questions. One thing, what do you like about it? One thing you would like to change about it. Removing Infinity Bowl. Make win percent matter. Okay. Redraft is badly needed. Mm-hmm. Can we get behind him here? That's just got guard. Let's put you in there. So that goes in there, that goes there. That stands up. That can punch that. Which then means we can punch there. Really? Oh dear. Terrible block dice. It was terrible. Right, so back to the chat. So I've asked the question. Let's go and read back up what the answers were. Team not spam cannons. Removing Infinity Bowl, redraft, make win percent batter. So where JLev, BB Nut, Christopher, you're all saying what I think is the same thing, which is that you want the ladder. It's like you want a shorter ladder or a ladder that with the game's matter in it, right? That's what I mean to play Blood Bowl on demand. There isn't something I like about the ladder. Which then means that JLev, it doesn't have a hook for you. Okay. Blitzen doesn't like the matchmaker. Okay, Blitzen, why? Mechanism to temporarily retire serious injured players and heal them so that your teams don't die as much. Yeah, that's called redraft. I think the tears. So, and I don't mean like meh, tears, you mean tears. Like the other type of tears. Yeah. IK would like to see restart Dode Math. Oh, Crawl's going to be delighted he gets classified as a high-tier coach now. He's actually quite good as well. I mean, I could ask you to what would you change about the ladder and then let you have an infinite number, oh fuck off, of passes on it. Turn 3. We are struggling to get through here.
Cheeky_Jimmy100. What's one thing I would change about the ladder? The ladder.
Yeah, I know. Right, let's see if we can split this team up a bit more. not having a good day at the office in terms of just chipping away at a few things. Two there. Christ. I don't know if I can get you in. 1, 2, 3. No. But then again, I don't know if I'm going to need to. Put in there. How that? Oh, this drive is not going very well. This drive is not going very well. Should have apothecaried that badly hurt now. That's bad. That's really fucking bad. I do like the way your question's phrased and ask for useful feedback. Well, that's the idea, right? The idea is to give them some useful feedback. So, hello, Mark. I think that I'm aware of things that they will or won't change, right? There are certain things that they just won't change. And there's a certain lens in which they look at it through. And like it or not, the ladder is probably there, or is there for a couple of functions, right? It's there as an easy way to play games. That's its primary focus. If it can be competitive as well, then that's a bonus. But it needs to be easy and simple. Like, easy and simple, it's got to be those things. So the question then becomes, well, imagine, for example, Redraft is plugged on the top of it. Is Redraft easy and simple? Right. I think it could be. You could make it easy and simple, but is it intrinsically easy and simple? Probably not. And so taking a bunch of... taking a company that want easy and simple and saying, hey, there's this thing, it's called Redraft. It's complicated by its very nature, but you need to put it in. It's not going to wash, is it? Right? Doesn't matter that we all go, but you don't understand the game, you need to put them... Right? You can be frustrated, and I've been there, but it's not going to change. They're not going to suddenly go, oh, okay. So we're doing all right. We're just a little bit behind in terms of removals. But Cruel, that doesn't play into the point one, right? Which is it's a mechanism. It's a mechanism. I don't disagree with you, right? I'd put a limit in tomorrow, but I'm not in charge. And what I'm trying to drive at is that what they're looking for is an easy way to play lots of games. The moment you limit it, you put anything brakes on, they don't go. It's not looked through the lens that people will go, well, I would play it if you put that in, but I don't play it now. They just see, but it is now. Therefore, blah. That is the intrinsic problem that some of the VIPs are coming up against. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really like you over there. I also think having your guarded assistants just in generally in the right place would also be quite wise. It causes knockdowns. Who doesn't like a good knockdown? Turn. Dookie Winky Flow says they don't play because the game looks worse than Blood Bowl 2. Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's fair. It's a fair assessment in some places, isn't it? Does this look clean and clear and crisp? Not especially. Equally, is it going to change? Absolutely not. Tree says, oh, what did Tree say? Let the Infinity Lovers play into each other. Yeah, like, absolutely. I think if you'd given me the controls and let me change everything that I would like to change, I would go, first of all, let's have... Are you scoring? Oh, you are scoring. Excellent. I would create two matchmaker ladders. One which is Infinity Bowl, so everyone who likes building 250 plus teams, they can go on their game teams, go play there. That's there. It also never resets, so that people who don't like it when it resets every 3 months, they don't get cross, and it accepts teams that have already been built. So if you played them in the first 4 seasons, you can go put them there, right? And there will be a market for people like that. So cater to what people want, put that in. Immediately go put that in. Then I'd have another ladder where I would direct everyone to start with, which is similar to the ladder we've got now, and I'd make some changes. Number 1, everyone starts in silver. So the players who are new get filtered out and go down and go and play in bronze, so that new players have got their own fishbowl to play in and are protected from the sharks. And I think that's important. If you have done really well last season, you start in gold. So there is, everyone's in silver to start with, or gold, silver or gold. So you're actually quite close to one another, so that if the player pool is limited at limited times of day, when spinning, a newer player could play against a good player, and the good player isn't destroyed from a ranking perspective, but the new player does get probably twice as much ranking as they would have got. So they're together. By having such an air gap between the two, they probably never play, and that can't be a good thing. I would make it so you can rank up relatively quickly. So Master is viable within 30, probably 40 games, and I would have a soft cap on your ranking gain, so that after 40 games, your ranking gain is dead small. It's not 0, it's just small. A bit like Dodemath was, where it calmed down after 43 games. If you then increase and bring in Redraft, again, you're not stopping people playing lots and lots and lots of games. You're just heavily disincentivizing someone playing a 70-game team. And that is important. It's not ever saying to someone, don't do this. It's showing them a better way. And if we could put those sorts of things in, I think it would... The casual players who play in the ladder now who don't give a fuck wouldn't really see much of a difference, but you would see a QOL style improvement. And if you had redraft, then you could play teams that haven't redrafted play each other, teams that have redrafted play each other, and if you could ideally match the teams that have redrafted twice into other 2s, 1s into 1s and 0s into 0s, that with the QOL changes elsewhere, I genuinely believe that would be a really good ladder. And then you can have playoffs at the end. And if you wanted to be really cool, you could take a current season and chop it in 2 and have half season 1 finals and season 2 finals, so that the ladder is only 6 weeks in duration, because then people wouldn't really be able to play bazillions of games. Like, so there's a bunch of things you could do. Do I think Cyanide will do them? Not fucking chance. because I don't think it fits what they're looking to try and achieve. Now, if you then had more time and we're going to really think this through, what I think you could then also think about is giving out cosmetics and having cosmetics that are actively changing the game, as in the appearance. So, like the flaming orc hat is really cool because I can tell where the blitzers are because they're on fire. You're looking for having cosmetics that you can, they don't modify the gameplay, but they improve the QOL of everything, and you get those for doing well in the ladder, and that would be an incentive for people to go, look at me, I've done really well in the ladder. Right, how long we got? So this is going to be my turn 5, so I'm going to have 4 turns left. Alright, I have 4 turns left. Actually, it's going to go the other way. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah. All right. Just going to have to set up like that. Hello, Rotten. Well, BB Nut, that again, you know, so I'll just read out what you said, just in case people are doing on a second monitor. BB Nut says, you know how badly they explain sequencing mistakes? Can you imagine Cyanide handling redraft? No, I can fully imagine they'd get that horribly wrong. But imagine a utopia where the player base designed how it worked. Just imagine, I don't know, saying to, well, most people in this channel will be able to explain to them, yeah, how it worked, or get a couple of people to explain it to them and then work with the devs and say it needs to look like this. Right. Can you get out of here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can, but it's fucking hard work. That's the target, I think. Question is, can I defend the line? He's got 3 rerolls. There we go. Hancock, bet he was well grumpy. Yeah, I'm on coffee number 2 now, and I've been awake for 2.5 hours. I'm more awake than I was when I first started. That's definitely. What we should always remember is that the ladder is a fuckload better than it was. Like, does everyone remember pre-season and the complete disaster that was pre-season ladder? Can anyone remember that? I mean, that was a car crash of epic proportions. Yeah, like pre-season. And I know it's a tricky thing to do, and I don't genuinely like it, which is, yes, but look how not shit it is now. That's not a ringing endorsement. Oh, sorry, it's look how shit it was before. That needs to go in there. So I'm going to be slightly careful with where my balls get placed here, because if we go too spiky with them, we'll have a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh dear. That actually has to go there then. We shall juggernaut you. Take the pound, Avo. There we go. Set the bar low and then have a quick cleaning of the apartment and it'll give many relationship points. Ah, yeah. Well, Centeric, I agree with you. I think one of the things that could absolutely be considered is sevens, Blood Bowl sevens, right? Really easy thing to implement. We've got the rules, we've got the pitches, we've got the graphics. I mean, it'd be relatively straightforward to put Blood Bowl 7s into it. It's a complete new game mode, and it would have probably a fairly large impact. And I think, you know, it would spawn 7s leagues, but it's not there. We haven't got the pitches. Oh, okay, Santa. You chop off the bottom 4 squares and make them a bit narrower. It's the same thing. Oh, I think they could sell it as a standalone, but I think they could sell more units of Blood Bowl 3 with it in. I mean, it's an opinion, right? My opinion, your opinion, we've all got opinions. And move the LOS. Okay. Okay, so it's not a 1-1 conversion. I'll accept that point, Santa. It's not a 1-1 conversion. Equally, I think you'll probably accept my point, which is it wouldn't be fucking difficult. So we're on turn 7. We do need to be able to score. We do need to be able to score. Where am I breaking through? Only taking one blitzer with me. I'd like to go through the middle, and I'd like to go through him, but I don't think I can. I can't guarantee to knock it over. I think you've got to go through that. Only take one blitzer with me. So actually it's this. No, this has gone a bit wrong. Yeah, this has gone a bit wrong, this. Shit, shit, shit. I'm trying to be too clever for my own good. Yeah, that's what happens when you're trying to be too clever. We're not going to score now. Oops. Oh well. Oops. I should have gone. Yeah, there was a much better play there. I was torn between trying to go through these and trying to go through this. That was just rubbish. That was just rubbish. That was just rubbish. Do not do that at home. Oh dear. Hey Flower, you think you're disappointed? Trying to be on the one at the piloting the controls. So Andy, why did your plane suddenly catch fire? Smoking in the cockpit again, weren't you? Because I put the plane in the microwave. Years. It was plain for all to see. At least you can save plates now, you'll love that. Well, there is that, yes. Yeah, there is that minor benefit. Synthetic, they don't tell everyone what the Bloodblast team is. They refuse. It's privileged information. Classified, almost. We need to fix it by getting rid of you. That was a removal anyway. Yay! Oh dear. So strength 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't need the extra assist. He hasn't got another turn. Yeah, if I'd have played that right, we could have had a hit on the Chaos Warrior as well, but I didn't. Never mind. Oh, you balloon. Oh well, no score for us. There's no chance it's gnomes. Uh-huh. Yep, we're playing off 9. This is going to be hard work. There is no way it's going to be gnomes. They never tell anyone. Like, never. So, I know people are like, I wonder what the next team is. I have no idea why they don't tell everyone, but it's company policy to keep it as quiet as possible. For reasons that completely escape me. I'm sure there's a clever big brain reason. I just don't know what that is. Haha, Team of Legend. That'd be hilarious. I mean, I think it'll be Necro. That's what I think it'll be. Fuck off. Some exceptionally shit block dice. I don't want them to release the stunty teams, not on their own. I don't mind them putting stunty teams into the game, but I think it would be harmful to the game to put them in on their own. Unless you put all 4 in one season, in which case everyone's like, ah, okay, cool, that's 3 months, I don't care. It's no change for 3 months, and then you'll carry on releasing normal teams again. Distorter, thank you very much. 76 months, Jesus Christ. There are some people who've been here for a very long time. Thank you very much. Fallout 76, yeah. Yeah. In there. So we are unfortunately down a few players, so we do have to be moderately defensive when it comes to this sort of stuff. Come on! All 3 rerolls on bullshit. That is fucking terrible. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, in its current form, BB, you're quite right. I think what would happen to the ladder is people were like, oh, you're going to play Stunty. Awesome. I'm going to be a dick. And people would deliberately build low TV dwarf teams to just play into them. And it would be horrible. I completely agree. And the current form of ladder doesn't really lend itself to stuntiness. A stunty ladder is an interesting concept. Yeah, that's a really interesting concept. I like that. That's going to get fed up the chain. Yeah, I'll feed that up the chain. Right, because if you care about stunty ladder. Or even, you could even take it slightly further, which is, it's like maybe specific teams. So it's a stunty ladder and you allow something else in there, right? Oh, Tree, they've got to release the actual teams. Like, there's a prerequisite standalone, which is, oh, but you do need to put the actual teams in the game. I mean, there's that. So imagine, like, yes, exactly. Like, so think 2028, right? Yeah, this isn't happening overnight. Is it going to move? It is going to move. There we go. I thought the game had like locked out or something. Right, so he's currently got, if you put people in all 3 of those squares, he's got 2. But by standing on 3 of those squares, you're in trouble. Much as I moaned about people playing for a draw last game, I think we're going to have no choice because I'm out of rerolls. You can create Bash ladder, IG ladder. I think all you need to do is you need to incentivize people to play the agility teams. That is, why do people? I wrote this post in the admin chat, and it's my post, so I'll broadly be allowed to talk about what I wrote. But I said that I think that the reason that the ladders, and I think Fumble is probably very similar to this, but what won't be as bad, are that the teams that do best in a perpetual format are teams that have resilient players and strength access and are costed very cheaply. Those three things are the criteria for why people like playing the bash teams. And if we look at what teams are top of the ladder, those teams all meet those metrics. So the team is ... Undead. It's costed incredibly cheaply. They are one of the 2-3 most cheaply costed teams in the whole game. So therefore people play them. The other teams that are cheaply costed, Dwarves, Orcs, are also here. If Amazons were in the game, you'd probably see a fair chunk of Amazons, because they're the other team that's ridiculously cheaply costed. And that's a core balance mechanic problem within the game. That's not something Cyanide can fix. Undead, Dwarves, and Amazons are too cheaply costed, period. Yeah, full stop. Yeah. Oh, I think the rule set. Yeah, caution. You know what? I'll take that as a point, which is that the current injury table is also a problem. Oh, Shamba disagrees. Interesting. I haven't had breakfast at all yet, by the way. I'm not on second breakfast, I'm on no breakfast. I think we're blitzing here and pushing that and taking the extra hit there. I think. What? Oh, we already blitzed. We're not doing that then. Oh, for fuck's sake. You fucking blocked ice. This is so bad this half. You rolled some absolute plop. amusing how much different this game would have been if I had received first. It would have probably been, we'd have won this. There are only a handful of Edge teams in the game. Well, poop sticks, this is going very wrong. High Elves and Dark Elves are basically the same team. Holy moly. Wow, this has gone wrong, hasn't it? Alright, so you need to get off the floor. So with your 28 clicks later, we can do that. Are you just standing up this turn? Or are you blitzing? I think you're probably just standing up. You can stand there. I think the blitz is there and the block is there. Follow. All right. Roll like a twat. See if I care. Hmm. 28 clicks later, yeah. There we go. Well, we're in a little bit of a spicy situation. We've left 2 dice uphill on the ball. And if he's mega spicy, he can have 1 dice with no block into 1 die. No, 2 dice uphill on the ball. So, yeah. The spice levels are moderate. BB Nut says, what was your NAF Necro roster? So for an 1150 tournament, if I'm playing Necro at 1150, I would normally want to take a minimum of 6 and 1 or 7 and 1. So 6 normal skills and a double, or 7 normal skills and a double. I think it's important that you get given those sorts of choices. NAF gave 6 and 1. And so I took 12 players and 2 rerolls. The 12 players are 2 wights, 2 werewolves, 2 ghouls, 2 flesh golems, 4 zombies. 2 rerolls, that takes you to 1135, I think. And then after that, I took leader on the ghoul one of the 2 ghouls. So I ended up playing with 3 rerolls. For fuck's sake, that's very lucky. That's very lucky indeed. That's very, very, very lucky. That's in fact incredibly lucky. That's so lucky, in fact. That's slightly annoying. $11.20. It's a little bit more than that. It's 11.25. I don't know. I think I ended up with, maybe it is 11.20, because I ended up with some crap left over, so I put 2 into her extra reroll and 1 into the Pres to Nuffle. You can get off the floor. Start into that. Into that. Into surf. Into follow. Push that into the crowd. Stay put. Don't care about your dead. We're gonna have to. Okay, that sets up surf for the next turn. That can go there. That's 2 dice there. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Your 3. Whoa, that turns 16 surf. Yeah, it's more that he'll panic. And it'll give me a piece, probably. $11.35, you have 13 players with 1 goal. Yeah. I don't like that. I don't dislike the 1 ghoul build. If your ghoul, if you only take 1 ghoul, if you can put block on it, that's okay. If you can't put block on it, that's where it becomes a problem. But over like a 6-game tournament, or if you played it in multiple 6-game tournaments, I think the 1 ghoul build will get you into trouble. Slightly more often. Because the ghoul will just go, nah. There we go, there's the way through. So we need to be able to score. New exciting idea. Ghouls have a slight side effect of getting poof. Yes, they do, yeah. So we'll try and hand it off next turn. So actually, that's the blitz, isn't it? Because, it's either... Now we don't need to spend the blitz. No! 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 Fucking dice are useless. 3 rerolls this half. We've rolled 3 sets of double skulls and a load of bobbins on top. Ugh. Hello, Note Wotan. That's annoying. I can't push this guy forward this time. Okay, sure.
Typical.
So there's a box there and there's a box there. We need to fill in that square, that square. So you need to stand there. You need to hand the ball off. Night, J-Lev. I can't believe we lost this game. Oh, dearie me. No, because I need to fill the squares in. I haven't got enough players. We basically, this matchup, we didn't receive first and do some damage. If we'd have done some damage, we'd have definitely scored on our drive. And then I got a player sent off, which was annoying. I maybe shouldn't have fouled. And we lost someone. So I was playing shotgunned for a chunk of the game. And the shotgunned, and then the damage just didn't appear early enough. So it's a compound of... This is why high TV Blood Bowl is way more random. Because if you play low TV Blood Bowl, skill has a bigger impact. High TV Blood Bowl, it's less. Skill is less important. Didn't get a freebie from the Mighty Blow. No, didn't get a freebie from the Mighty Blow, no. That's going to hurt a lot. Minus 50 SR. Because we should have won that game. Like, we played that game a lot. We probably win it way more. 9 times out of 10. 8 out of 10. Oh, Mongloom, thank you very much for the raid. Bobby's Maximus always reckons the skill look ratio. Different people have different opinions on that. I think it's